Oh, well, half a day, Lieutenant Governor.
Hey, how you doing, dude?
Very good.
Good to see you.
I know you know, buckle up. It's the
always.
law. Yeah.
Default.
Sweet. So thanks for cruising with me.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you very much.
I think one of the things that's kind of marked your administration with Governor Eddie Cabo is the difference in the relationship between governor and lieutenant governor. I mean, Lord knows in administrations past with Carl Gutierrez, Madeline Berdaya, there was a lot of friction there. Camacho Moylan, they had their share of infighting, Cruz,
sure,
that kind of thing. But it kind of seems that you and Eddie genuinely get along. What's the secret of that relationship?
Well, you know, how I look at it is my job is my job, not the governor's job. My job is very clear, very limited, and I'm supposed to be ready to do that job if the governor is not able to do it. And that's where I draw the line. And when I got into this job, one of my most important things I told the governor is I don't want to see a division between the governor and lieutenant governor, ever. Not staff, not our chiefs of staff. No one should come between us. And so I freely walk into the governor's office. We talk whenever we need to, and that's the way it should be. And you know, I told someone before is that whether my job is a lieutenant governor or my job is to clean the restroom, either one of them I'm going to take seriously. If I'm going to do beautification, you damn well better believe I'm going to do it well.
Yeah, and you know, with the beautification, I know that's traditionally been kind of like the lieutenant governor's role, but I think people don't really see how important that is. I mean, when you just say, beautification, oh, well, okay. But yeah. I think that in order to have pride in where you're from, you want to have it look like something you can be proud of. And,
absolutely. You
know, the beautification, you've done a great job, man.
Thank you. Thank you. And, you know, back to the first question, which is about, you know, the relationships, is it, you know, I build a relationship with the people who are willing to build one with me. And I want to be there for the people who want to be there for me. And, you know, we're here for the people of Guam. And the people of Guam are ready to make a difference. And so when it comes to working with the governor, that's all about cooperation. On this stretch of road that we're approaching over here by GCIC, for example, the Palawan Association adopted this stretch of road. The one behind us, it was just adopted by the Harley's Owners Group, which is the former, yeah, exactly. The one ahead of that is the Korean Association that did it right in East Agana by the wall that we just put up. And so all these things, people are willing to work with you if you're willing to work with them. Yeah. And we put the call out. And so, you know, we have a community that's built on our culture, on understanding each other. I mean, we know, you know, you got tie-ins with the Tenorio family, right? Yeah, yeah. So, you know, we are one small island, one small community, and if you ask people to help, like paint a bus stop or adopt a roadway or tile a wall, if they know that the good intentions are there, they'll work with you. And that's what I'm there to do, work with people.
How do you think Lieutenant Governor Ray Tenorio stacks up against possible Lieutenant Governor and candidate Gary Gumatauto? I mean, with how media shy the Gutierrez Gumatauto team's been, I have to admit, as a voter, I don't really know a lot about Gary Gumatauto.
I don't either. I only know, I mean, I know Gary actually is a friend. I've known him for a long time. He's a lawyer. He's been a resident of Summer Palace for a long time. With my mom has been providing the security, and I mean, I've talked to him on many occasions, even on personal things, and you know, we have a personal relationship, and I don't have anything against the guy. I'm happy that he's willing to step up to be Lieutenant Governor candidate with ex-Governor Gutierrez. But you know, I look at it, I've been a public servant my entire life. I've been a cop since a young man, then senator, now lieutenant governor, and you know, I've got a record, and I stand behind it. I'm proud of it. We all have things that we do in our life that, you know, we try to learn from, and I think you know, I've learned a lot from the experience I've had. But I look at Gary, of course, he's been a lawyer, and you know, he'll be answerable for what he did as a lawyer, but I don't know beyond that what else I can say about him.
Is Guam safer today?
Yeah, I think Guam is safe, and I've always said that. Relatively speaking, we're in pretty good shape. We've got crimes, but every community has crimes. The more people you have, the more crime you're going to have. That's a function of population more so than it is. Now, we operate under a constitution, and we're a land of laws, not a land of personality. So everybody gets the due process to be able to be accountable, to be held responsible for their actions, and to defend themselves. And we haven't changed. Do we have more crime? I don't think so. I mean, sometimes it's more attention to it because some of them have kind of been sensational. Like we had this girl that the poor lady was from Crown Bakery who was abducted, and you know, you've got some pretty high-profile cases like the one in Nimitz Hill.
Yeah.
You know, you've got this 3-month-old child who died of malnutrition, I think it was.
Neglect, yeah.
You know, these are. I mean, look what happened in Tucson with DeSoto and his guilty conviction. So these are high-profile things, but people are more, I think, conscious of it now than they were before. But I don't think it's any worse than it was some years ago. You know, we've got problems and look at the judiciary, lost some so many grams of ice that was held in storage. I mean, you know, these things are, wow, really? But the same thing happened many years ago in the 70s when marijuana was missing from the 7th floor of the Pedro's Plaza. I mean, are we any different now? Yeah, maybe, of course, you know, technology. People have more access to the information, I think, now, and it's easier to see blogs and tweets and Facebook postings and, you know, somebody sharing bad information, which is truly bad. But I think it's just easier for people to see it.
How good are you feeling? I mean, it's been a pretty rough campaign on both sides, and you see a lot of what I call third-party mudslinging, where you have, you know, I've seen the truth about Calvo, I've seen the truth about Carl, and I think that's one way that this election has been different from one's past, is that the use of the social media. And you know, does it get to you? A, does it get to you? B, do you think that it's relevant? And C, how much of an impact do you think it has on a campaign?
One, it doesn't get to me because I know what the truth is, and people are gonna sling mud all over the place. In the last campaign, Governor Gutierrez went after my father, Rome Tenorio, about me not being real Tenorio, and you know, that's no secret. You know, you look at my complexion and look at yours, you can pretty much tell, you know, I don't have that much mortal blood. But I am my father's son, and he raised me to come to the coconut and to feed the pig and to clean the house just like everybody else that I grew up with at the time. You know, is social media relevant? Absolutely. But I look at the world through the eyes of the people that talk to me, and I'm a straight up guy. And if people say, you know, Ray, you know, you know, this is what I hear about you. Well, call me. My number is 482-1432. You know, email me, raytenorio@yahoo.com. Ask me the questions you have to ask. If you see some blog out there, man, there's some poisonous, cancerous stuff out there that is just so 100% lie. It's just amazing. But people will make up this stuff and they'll put it under the mantra of anonymous wrote something. Well, you know what? I'm a straight guy. Call me up, ask me the questions, because if you want an answer, I'll give you the answer. And if it's true or it's not true, I'll tell you. My mother raised me to be an honest man, and I tried to do that. And I think Governor Calvo is the same. And we're open to the criticism. But you know, I'd rather be criticized about what's the state of public safety than what's about your family and what's your bloodline. You know, because we're all from Guam, you know? And that's what we wanted to do, to build a better island for all of our people, to make our parents and our grandparents proud of who we become, to try to make our island better for our children and our grandchildren than it is for us.
Lieutenant Governor Ray Tenorio, thank you.
Good to see you, man.
Good.
Thanks, Chris.
Good luck.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
Have a good lunch.
Brought to you by Triple J, celebrating 30 years of putting our customers first.